Welcome back to the Law Show. I'm attorney Brian Dailey, broadcasting live from high atop the Law Show studios in the Windy City, Chicago. If you're in a place and you have a need for legal advice, but you can't get to a computer and you can't really call on the phone, you can text your question to keyword Law Show 46786. Remember, message and data rates may apply. That's keyword Law Show 46786. Go to Facebook and like us at facebook.com/The Law Show. That's facebook.com, The Law Show. You can also go to Twitter and follow us at The Law Show. Tell us what's on your mind. Give us your legal question. Stay in touch with us. We'll stay in touch with you. We'll keep you apprised about all the developments in the law so that you can plan your financial and legal future. You know, everybody plans where they're going to live in their home and what they're going to have for lunch. But, you know, oftentimes people don't think about what is their legal future. You need to think about your legal future. You need to manage your risk and minimize your risk and make sure that you're not going to have to spend legal fees where it's not necessary. And if you do, you want to minimize the legal fees and maximize the legal results. I'm Brian Dailey, broadcasting live from high atop the Law Show studios in the Windy City, Chicago, answering all your legal questions at 855-LAW-SHOW. It's the Law Show on 89 WLS with Debra Crane, who concentrates her practice in the area of family and divorce, grandparents' rights, child support, child custody, spousal support, making the ex pay their fair share of college costs. We're going to continue answering questions, and we're going to go to Thomas now. Thomas, you're on the Law Show. Thomas. Hello. Thomas, you're on the Law Show. Looks like Thomas isn't there. We're going to go to Jack. Jack, you're on the Law Show.
Hi, Brian.
What can I do for you?
I was involved in a minor car accident where I was coming out of a shopping plaza and another car hit me in the right side coming out of an aisle.
Yeah.
I was in the main coming and going from the shopping area.
Okay.
When the two cars collided, I had to back my car up because the other person wouldn't have been able to get out of their car. And when I backed up, the driver took off and left the scene.
Okay.
I called the police. The police came. I gave them a report, and I gave them the license number of the car. 2 days later, they tracked the car down.
Okay.
And gave me the information of the person who was driving the car. I have now gone into court with it, but the officer, when he interviewed the defendant, said that he believed her when she said there was no collision and there was no damage on her car, and he examined her car and said he didn't see any damage. Well, her tire hit my rubber bumper and scraped the paint off, and the wheel scarred up my my front bumper.
Well, what's your
question? The question is, I have gone and put this into court, and I pro se, and I called the officer twice to say it does not reflect on the police report that the person's fled the scene, and could I get a notarized statement? And I'm only getting voicemail from him. He's
never going to do that.
Voicemail.
Listen, Jack, he's never going to do that. If you want his testimony, you got to subpoena him to your court hearing, okay? And that's all you can do.
That was my question. Can I subpoena him? Because I threatened him with that. And
never
got a call back from him.
Go to the court clerk and make sure that you tell them that you want to subpoena that police officer. Give them the police officer's name and badge and all that other stuff from the police report, and take it over and serve it in the police department, and they'll make him show up. We're going to go back to the phones now. We're going to be talking to Brian. Brian, you're on the Law Show.
How you doing? Good morning. Thanks for taking my call.
You're welcome.
I have a question concerning a joint parenting agreement. And the basic question is this, a girl I date got the joint parenting agreement. She lived in Southern Illinois. She did not have a job, but she was told part of the agreement was that she had to find a job. She found a job in Chicago, in the Chicago area. And she wants to know, well, the person who took care of the suit says that she has to go back and file to change the visitation. If she keeps the same visitation schedule, and it's 275 miles away, it does say that the father is responsible for transportation on his parenting days. since it's still in the state of Illinois, and nothing is said about distance or different county or anything. It just says out of state. If she can make that child available for the current visitation schedule, is there any reason she has to go back to court and petition the judge?
Yes, it's not going to work. I hear what you're trying to do something, but it's not going to work. I mean, somebody's going to have to go in, either you stipulate and agree to...
I'm sorry, I can hardly hear you.
What she's saying, what Debra is saying is that distance is often something that complicates parenting rights and child custody. And so what your girlfriend needs to do is she needs to contact Debra Crane and sit down, or any other family lawyer that's as good as Debra. And that may be hard to find, but you got to do your best. Call and make an appointment. Bring the joint parenting agreement in. We'll see what it says and see what we can do with it. We can't really answer any questions based upon what you have told us, except that the great distance between the two is going to be a complicating factor, and you can't really make decisions, and you shouldn't make any decisions until you see a lawyer about that, okay?
Okay. And can I just hang on the line and
sign
up for a consultation?
Listen, all you got to do is send an email to questions@thelawshow.com. You got it?
Thank you very much.
Questions@thelawshow.com. You know what? Let me see here. We're going to go to the phones again. We're going to talk to Thomas. Thomas, you're on the Law Show.
Yeah. Hello, sir. Thank you for taking my call. I was on I-90 going westbound on July 2nd. On my way to work, and I was in the third lane, and a car hit me going about 70 miles an hour, causing me to spin out and lose control. And in the meantime, my insurance was lapsed for like 3 to 5 days, and I did not know that at the time of the accident. So, long story short, she ended up getting the ticket, but I have not heard anything from their insurance or anything, the accident. And since then, I believe I have a hernia as a result of the accident, and also I lost my job due to the fact that I didn't have a way to get to it from work, so I believe I lost my job in the meantime, too.
Thomas, I want you to hold on. Unfortunately, the Law Show doesn't go on forever. It just goes on next Saturday. Right now, it's the end of our time on 89 WLS. I'm attorney Brian Dailey, broadcasting live from high atop the Law Show studios in the Windy City, Chicago, with Debra Crane. Thank you for joining us, Debra.
Oh, you're welcome.
Thank you, Engineer Michael out in Chicago, for all of your help. Thank you, David. Thank you for all of those who help us, including our listeners. Thank you, Father Rookie, and thank you, Captains and Friars, for all your support. And finally, thank you, my wife, the lovely Jill. Where are those angel wings? We'll have to work on those for next week. She is an angel for sure. I'm Brian Dailey, and we're going to continue on the Law Show Extra for just a few minutes answering all those questions.